song.
But you feel it and you feel good. That's the purpose of this show.
It's gonna feel weird at first.
Yeah.
Series, I think that's a great idea. Yes, Welcome back to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. From my extreme right, we have, by now, very familiar faces on the mat here. To my extreme right, we have Rafael Sanz.
How you doing, man?
I am doing well, Rafael. The question is, how are you doing? After yesterday, did you sleep well?
I slept well, yeah.
Like a baby?
I knocked out right after I worked out.
That's wonderful. That's another thing, too. When we do the yoga stretches, you're happily tired.
Yeah.
But it's not a kind of tired where you don't feel like doing anything. It's like gaining another 24 hours on the day. So I'm surprised you didn't go bar hopping.
That wasn't a good night. Weather was bad.
The weather was bad. Welcome back to the show. I'm happy, always happy to have you back on the show. This time, by now, everyone knows Jill Johnson. Jill is CEO of Weibo. That's Workshop and Business Opportunities. And Jill has shared some amazing information with us. And I'm going to have Jill share anything else that she has not covered in the last couple of episodes. She's been gracious enough to come in again. Despite this cold weather, Jill, is there anything else we haven't covered?
I think we have covered a whole range of topics from the volunteer nature of the organization. We are run really by volunteers. We have a very small core staff of 3 people, so we are doing all of this with just 3 people. And
3 of you run the show?
An amazing staff who get it done. They're really wonderful. We have a great volunteer base, as I said, a great board of directors who's just so supportive. The core program is the 16-week workshop program, which is great for people who have lots of education and may have some business knowledge, but also for those who don't. We don't assume any prior business knowledge. The classes are starting at the end of January for the February session. We have classes that are spread out throughout New York City in the different boroughs. It's really just, I cannot stress enough, it is such an amazing program, and it's really designed to be within reach for people of any income level. So people should not be deterred thinking it's something I can't do because it's probably out of my reach. It's something really that is very affordable for everyone, and that we have special programs for veterans and for people who have been formerly incarcerated.
So what you're offering essentially is hope.
Absolutely,
to folks out there.
Absolutely. It's about hope. It is empowerment.
Yes.
It's really enabling people to take control of their economic destiny, and not wait for anyone else to do it for them. It's about getting it done yourself. So we're really excited about the growth that Weibo expects to have over the next year. Where we also expect to launch in some additional cities.
Right, wonderful, including Staten Island.
If you can find us some students and some volunteers, then.
Let me ask something. Do you need to have business experience to volunteer?
We look for people to volunteer in a couple of different ways. Many of the volunteers are people who have gone through the workshop and who understand how it runs and who will be the discussion leaders, the table leaders. The discussion leaders are typically people who have experience in a particular topic like marketing or accounting or something of that nature, some sort of expertise. But let me tell you, if someone has an interest in volunteering, we will make use of that expertise, knowledge, whatever it is. If it's people to move furniture, we will use
could do
you
that.
in some way. So like I said, the organization really needs all the support that it can get, so that we maintain, the affordability for everyone of any income level. So all volunteers are welcome.
That's wonderful.
Are you in the
Wonderful to
churches?
know.
Are we in the churches? We do outreach to different churches. It's a group, again, that's very closely knit, and where there can be a support system. One of the things that's so important for entrepreneurs after they complete the program, and in fact, while they're going through the program, because there'll be points where they get very, down and don't know if they can continue and make it. But it's really important to have a support system, people around you that can say, no, you can do it. I'll buy your product, I'll buy your service. And it's a good place to do market testing as well. Test it out within a family of people who are friendly and who want to see you succeed.
MNN has approximately 3.5 million viewers. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who'd be very, very curious and interested to know more about Weibo. So we really appreciate you coming back, Jill. It's really good. Between you, Victoria, and Katie, I think you essentially, that's for this year.
Yes.
You run the show right now,
Yeah,
and
it
of course
is.
with all your volunteers to help you.
Absolutely, that's
Amazing
the team.
work.
And people can go to weibo.org
.org.
to find out more.
WIBO.org, www.wibo.org, and just check out this program. It's a great program, and I can say it firsthand. I have been through the program. I loved it. I loved every part of it, even accounting. I liked it. I wasn't very good at it, but I loved it.
Well, again, thank you so much for having me on the
It's
show.
a pleasure.
This has been great.
Always a pleasure. And you've shared some really wonderful news, wonderful information with our viewers. So I hope a lot more people will come forward and take these classes, because there's not too many things out there that are free.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
All they do is just pay the cost of the books, which is really the printing cost.
Right.
And then they get all these classes for free. So thank you, Jill, for sharing that.
You're very welcome.
We have Jeff D'Amico. Jeff is a personal trainer. Jeff, anything you'd like to add other than your panther tattoo?
Oh, I'm enjoying the
Stretching?
yeah, absolutely. I feel like I've known you for like ages. Forget it. I feel like we go way back now.
Right.
No, I'm very comfortable, and I'm enjoying it. I'm feeling it.
Do you
and I'm
feel the
looking forward to
internal
it.
sweat?
Yeah, since I never heard that before, and now
you can
now
use
I
that
do
with
feel it. Now I do feel
Now
it.
you feel it.
How do you dry that sweat off inside? I want to know.
You don't. You actually let yourself get a high, a healthful high on that kind of sweating.
Right.
They're called chakras. Chakras are energy centers. And basically what's happening is all human bodies have 7 primary chakras between the pelvic region and the top of the head. So every time you stretch your chakras, your energy centers, it's like a spiral. It's like a vortex of energy. So it's moving up. And if you, let's say you stretch about 5 or 6 hours in a day, of course, and if you don't stretch the next day, then you're in trouble. But if you continuously stretch for, say, 2 hours on average every day, you feel your chakras moving, your energy centers moving. You feel as if you have more hours in the day, and you're mentally totally
Is that
alert.
like Tai Chi at all? Is that
Possibly. I don't know too much about Tai Chi. It's possible. It's a mind game. It's a mind game. It's about moving the body to still the mind. So if you feel very, very distressed today, you're worried about what's happening out there, you get a healthful high practicing your stretching, and that's
It's
all
like doing cardiovascular when you do a heavy cardio and you get your heart rate up and you're
right.
releasing the
As a trainer, you're able to
the
relate.
endorphins that
You get an
feel good
adrenaline
endorphins.
high,
yeah,
right?
exactly.
We give you an endorphin high. We help you keep the adrenaline at that
Exactly.
level. So that's why
All
a gym
natural.
and yoga is a wonderful combination. People who practice at the gym, they need to stretch. Of course, there are other aspects to yoga too. There's the chanting, all that. Talk about chanting. We're talking about chanting, don't think of it as a spiritual component of yoga. Chanting helps to clear negative debris. So you have repetitive sounds always help to clear the mind of negative debris.
Wow.
So you have repetitive sounds, you don't think of all those negative thoughts, it helps you stay on course. That's about chanting. And then you have the breathing techniques. So when you breathe right, when you talk about right, we're talking the yogic way. It doesn't have to be the right way according to the gym. We do a lot of exhales.
Right.
In gym practice.
In the gym, you would
practice-
exhale like on the exertion part,
Right,
like I'm
right.
pushing out, so it's
Exactly.
exhale and
So you have
yeah.
techniques there too. So it'll be good for folks who practice at the gym. Just remember that you could combine your gym workout, whatever else you're doing, you can combine it. Just fit us into your daily schedule, into your exercise routine. You don't have to give up anything, and you've got, may I? You have my third title, Yoga Secrets. If you come on the show, we will give you a copy of that, plus a postcard and a fridge magnet. So wherever you are, we get you. You have no excuses not to stretch. Before I forget to introduce Ron Thomas. Ron is a producer here at M&M. Ron, it is very inspiring to see you come in. Every time we have our taping sessions, you are there. You're either at the studio stretching with us, either in the editing room, you're mentally stretching. But tell us a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me about your journey into this studio. What made you come here to a show in the first place?
In this show?
Yeah, Yogaxpress. When did you first come? When did you first join us?
I saw you upstairs and I saw your yoga show and I said, wow, I have books on yoga. I never...
I'm curious, what is all this mumbo jumbo crap?
Hatha yoga.
No, did you think that?
Swami Vivekananda. And...
Hatha yoga, yeah, good you brought that up. There are only, you know how people talk about different kinds of yoga?
Yeah.
We don't realize there are only two kinds, really. All the rest are styles. There's Hatha yoga, which is a physical aspect, and the Ashtanga yoga, which in North America, they call the physical part of it Ashtanga. The power yoga is called Ashtanga. They're correcting it now. Ashtanga is really, Ashta Anga is 8 limbs. Anga is limbs, Ashta is 8. It's a different aspects of life. So there's EMA, which is, so personal discipline, social discipline, breathing technique, posture practice. Posture is only one of the 8 limbs. And then you go from meditation, concentration, meditation, and you have withdrawal of senses in that if someone upsets you, they do whatever happens on the outside. You cannot stop a thunderstorm, but you can carry an umbrella. You don't respond, you don't react. You respond, but you don't react. So things like that. You don't let anything outside of you bother you.
I used to do transcendental meditate. Well, I learned
You
that
did?
young,
I remember you
at
mentioned
17. So I didn't get a chance to do the yoga aspect.
the physical part. You didn't get a chance to do the physical
But
part.
they said that was part of the yoga discipline.
It is. Meditation is limb number 6 of yoga. We're talking about concentration and then meditation, yeah. And then you have the Sahasrara, where the energy cycles go right to the top, and some people say they see the purple light. I haven't seen that. I've been practicing for 12 years. I haven't seen that
And
yet.
when I grew up, people had all these yoga books and they would tell yoga this.
Right. Now you're able to put, it's
I
like
never
putting a
had a
face
chance
to a
to
name.
actually do it, so I said,
There you go.
Let me come to Yogaxpress.
Welcome to the show. It's always nice to have you back. Before I forget my manners, I'd like to thank our crew, Josiane Hurd, our director, Anne-Marie Offa in the control room with Josiane, Leonard Harper, and Chris Williams on camera right here in the studios with us under Richard's guidance, and Richard Swanson is responsible for all the studio lights and the sound system. So at Ron's request, we're actually going to do some seated stretches today. We will get into the cat posture, but we won't do it twice. We'll just do it one time, just so you know. From the cat, we have to transition into camel. A lot of yoga postures are named after animals, after nature, plants and animals. So we have the cat followed by the camel, and we'll move on. We'll tell you the names of the postures. Let's all come on our hands and knees. Okay, remember, hands are directly below the shoulders, elbows are turned in, knees are directly below the hips, your feet, the toes are curled in. We're going to inhale, lift our chin, chest, and buttocks up, Marjari or cat. Inhale, dip your torso, lift your chin, chest, and buttocks. You can bend your elbows. Bend your elbows, keep your elbows close to your body. Exhale, uncurl your toes, arch your back. Let's come into neutral position. Curl your toes in, and let's bring our hands a little closer. We're going to come up on our knees, and we probably, because we are in a very closed space, we're going to move forward just a little bit. We're going to turn to face the front left camera. We're facing Chris's camera. Bring your knees about hip width apart. Now remember, once again, just so you know, you can keep what we are aiming to do is reach for our heels with our hands. So you can keep your toes curled in, which brings your heels closer to your hands. But remember the part we talked about the knees, there's more pressure on your knees. I'm going to keep the tops of my feet flat. Place your palms on your buttocks, push your elbows back. That already helps you open up the chest. Inhale, open up your chest, lift your chin up. Exhale, glide your palms down the back of your legs. Very gently reach for the right heel with the right hand. Left hand goes to the left heel. Once you've made that connection, tilt your head back and tilt your pelvis forward and hold. Keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe. It reminds me of a dentist. He puts all the appliances in your mouth and says, breathe. Very gently bring your hands back to your buttocks. Keep your elbows back. Inhale, and let's sit down on our heels. Ustra or camel. The posture we just came out of is called a camel position, camel posture. And literally, in Sanskrit, camel is ustra. We're going to sit now. Remember, if you have any knee issues, Ron,
Yes.
you want to be extra careful in this posture. Here's what I would do. Maybe extend your legs out in front of you. And we're just going to go back. So essentially what it is you should feel a stretching of your quads. So whatever or you could bend one leg. You want to try which leg is the one you've hurt yourself in. All right, bend the left leg then. So let's sit on our heels. We're going to Supta Vajra, supine, diamond. Supta is supine, Vajra, Vajra is diamond. Now we're going to go back. We're going to bring our elbows down to the floor and go back all the way. But when you do that, you will feel a bit of a pull on your quad muscle. So if that happens and you're not comfortable, bring your knees out. Now, if you want to challenge yourself, keep your knees close to you. Very gently lower your right elbow and then your left to the ground behind you. And then once both your elbows are on the floor, you want to tilt your head back and try not to lift. Resist the temptation to lift your knees off of the floor. You want to keep your knees down. When you bring your knees off of the floor, there's more pressure on your ankles, so you don't want to do that. Tilt your head back. The world does look nice upside down. It's always nice to see something from a different perspective, right? Press with your palms. Inhale. Let's come up as gracefully as we can.
Wow.
And we're going to fold over. Ron, you okay? Now we're going to fold over. So keep your legs extended. For those of you at home, if you've hurt your knee in any way, you want to be extra careful. Be mindful of your body. It's your body. If you don't take care of it, no one else will. Inhale your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your palms together in any manner you've been trained. Some schools train you to cross all your fingers over, which I like. It helps me keep myself together or I come apart. Sometimes they may ask you to keep your index fingers out. Some people keep their palms flat. Exhale and fold from the hip. Lead with the chest. Place your palms flat on the floor. Shashank or rabbit. Now typically if you think of a rabbit, you would probably bring your buttocks all the way off of the floor. But you don't get too much of a stretch when you do that. So you want to try and press your buttocks down on your heels. Forehead to the ground. You should feel a wonderful compression of your lower abdomen on your upper thighs. Inhale. Press your palms together. Come up with a straight back. Exhale. And release. Now for the king of all twists, the one we went through yesterday, Ardha Matsendra. This time we won't hold it too long, I promise. Tuck your left heel under your right buttock. Cross your right foot over your left knee. Ardha Matsendra. Ardha is half, Matsya, fish, Matsendra, Lord of the Fishes. The front of your right foot faces the front of the mat. Right knee is up. Push the right knee in. Torque your upper body to the right. Inhale, hold on to your right knee with your right hand. Inhale, the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left elbow. Actually, let's do a modification. Let's not go all the way this time. I know I had a few people cursing me last time. So here's what we're going to do. Don't take your elbow. If you already have your elbow over, that's fine. We're just going to push the right knee in and torque your upper body to the right. Take your right hand behind you. So hold on to your right knee with your left hand. Take your right hand behind as long as you feel the twist in your obliques. And you want to turn to look back. Half spinal twist. Inhale. Let's release that posture. Let's switch legs. What's happening is every time we do a twist like that, I hear that sigh, and that's good because what's happening is when we twist, we're depriving our upper and lower regions of oxygen and fresh air for just those few seconds. When you release, fresh blood, fresh oxygen rushes in and makes you feel wonderful, and that's when you get that wonderful sigh. Tuck your right heel under your left buttock, cross your left foot over your right knee. Push your left knee in, torque your upper body to the left. Now hold on to your left knee with your right hand. Take your right hand behind you. and turn to look back. You should feel the stretch. You should feel the twist in your obliques, and try to open up your left shoulder. And also keep your right shoulder as open as you can so you get that beautiful pectoral stretch. The intercostal muscles, isn't that right, Jeff? You have the intercostals between the rib cage, right?
Absolutely.
So that gets a wonderful stretch as we open up. Turn to look back. Inhale, release the posture. Extend your left leg out. It's already halfway there. Feels good, doesn't it? The twists are amazing. Now, you want to make sure that your right foot is close to the inside of your upper left thigh. Keep your left foot flexed. Bring your right knee up about 2/3 of the way. You want enough room to move forward. Now you're going to hold on to your right ankle with your left hand. Marichasana. Marich literally means ray of light. It was also the name of a sage. In fact, Matsendra was also the name of a sage. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, fold from the hip. So fold forward. Wrap your right hand around your right knee. Keep your right hand where it is. Take the left hand from behind. This might be a good time to use a belt. Let's do that. Let's use a yoga belt. So you want to use that. And then this. Now, if you're using a belt at home, Ron, you have one?
Yes.
Do you need a hand? Have Jeff reach out to you and pass it on.
Okay.
Okay, good. Now, if you have a belt at home, if you feel your hands are not going to touch today, that's okay. Use a belt, a face wash, whatever you need to help you make that connection. You do not want to leave your hands or any part of your body in midair. You always want to stay connected. So you keep your energy. Look over your right shoulder and breathe. Don't forget, keep exhaling. Inhale, release the arms first. Extend the right leg out in front of you. Fold the left leg at the knee. Keep your left foot close to the inside of your upper right thigh. You want to leave enough room so your body can go forward. Hold on to your left ankle with your right hand. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, fold from the hip. Wrap your left hand around your left knee. Once again, I find one side cooperates just a little more. Take your right hand from behind.
Takes a while.
Very comfortable, Jill. You sure you haven't practiced yoga before? Rafael, you need a belt?
Yeah, I'm good.
Have Jill help you if you need her to
Mind over matter.
pass it to you.
Don't
No, it's
mind,
also
don't mind.
different anatomical proportions too, because you have,
Yeah,
you know, you have a body that's slender enough, at the same time you're fairly tall, so it gives you enough room to,
My feet are a
make
little
the
further
connection.
away than yours.
so it's harder to reach, right? Look over your left shoulder and keep breathing. That's it. And if you're using a belt or a towel or a face wash, remember, it's okay to use props, but props are like training wheels. They're only as good as you feel you're a beginner. So every day, inch your hands a little closer to each other till you're ready to let it go. You don't want to use training wheels for the rest of your life.
You've done this before?
Good advice.
Inhale, release your hands, and let's keep the right leg extended. Left leg is folded at the knee, but bring the knee all the way down. Attach the sole of the left foot to the inside of your upper right thigh. So you want to, if your knees do not come down all the way, feel free to use a block or a brick. That'll help bring your knees further down. But if you're not comfortable, yeah, if you want to do that. Some of you may be working out a lot at the gym. Jeff is a personal trainer, so I'm sure you're at the gym most of the time, most of your life, probably. You might find that your muscles may feel a little tight at times. It's okay. Use a little bit of help. Janu Sesha, head to knee. Turn to face the extended leg. Keep your right foot flexed. Now remember, when you flex your feet, you're stretching the back of the body. A lot of the times we teach our participants, our students, to stretch the back of the body. When you point your toes, yes, it looks much prettier, more graceful, but you're stretching the front of the body. The front of the body doesn't need stretching, it needs strengthening. The back of the body needs stretching. That's where you have the hamstrings, you have the sciatic nerves, so keep your feet flexed. Inhale the arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead, palms facing in. Clasp your palms together. Exhale, fold from the hip. Remember what we shared with you yesterday. That's fine. You can place your hands at your ankles. If your hands do not reach your toes today, that's perfectly all right. Do not give up on yourself. Hold on. If you are able to get there, hold on to the soles of your feet. Give yourself a little bit of a massage. Remember, There are 72,000 nerves ending in the soles of your feet and the palms of your hands, and that's one of the main reasons why we practice bare feet, so you can feel the earth under you. Keep exhaling and dip. Janu Sirsha, head to knee. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. Let's switch legs. Fold the right leg in, extend the left leg out. We have a couple of minutes. We might be able to steal maybe how many postures. I want to really get to the pigeon, which is really wonderful. So let's try that. Inhale your arms up to shoulder height, palms facing down. Keep inhaling. Take your arms all the way overhead. Exhale and fold. Massage the soles of your feet with your hands. Give yourself a wonderful, wonderful stretch for the back of the body. The whole back of the body gets a beautiful release. Inhale, bring your arms up. Keep your arms where they are. Extend your right leg out. Paschimottanasana. Paschimottanasana is bird beak. Exhale and fold. Hold on to your big toes and pull yourself forward. If you're not there, quite there yet, it's okay. Place your hands at your ankles, your shin, even your knees. Just make the connection. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. The next posture is Gomukha, or cow face. I see our titles running, so we can probably get two more. Tuck your right foot under the left buttock. Your left foot under your right buttock. Right foot goes over the left knee. This time, soles of both your feet face the back of the room or your studio. Right knee is up. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale. Dip your left hand behind your trapezius, behind the base of your neck. Take your right hand from behind. Once again, you may want to use a belt or a face wash or a towel, anything that helps you make the connection. Clasp your fingers together. Inhale. Look up and hold. That's it. Inch your hands closer to each other, 1 inch or 1 millimeter every day. Gomukha, cow face. Feels good though, right? You'll sleep well tonight, Ron, I promise you. Inhale and release. Let's switch legs. Tuck your right heel under the left buttock. Cross your left foot over the right knee. Both soles face the back of the room. Left knee is up. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, dip your right elbow, right hand behind your neck. Take your left hand from behind, clasp the opposite fingers, and hold. While we're in this position, I'd like to thank our crew, Josie and Hurd, our director, with Leonard Harper and Chris Williams in the control room, Anne-Marie Offer on camera, or did I switch that around? Chris Williams is on camera, Anne-Marie in control room. Inhale, let's release, and let's swing our left leg all the way back. Keep your right leg where it is. Kapot Asana. Kapot is pigeon. On behalf of Rafael Sanz, Jill Johnson, Jeff D'Amico, and Ron Thomas, this is Banu Suresh signing off. You are watching Yogaxpress. Exhale and fold. Inhale, press with your palms. Let's come up and let's switch legs. Bring the left leg forward and swing the right leg all the way out. It's not easy to look graceful in some postures, but that's okay. If you feel the stretch, that's all you want. Exhale and fold. Now bring your right knee in to meet the left. We're going to sit on our heels. Take your hands behind your back, Mahamudra. From Kapot, a pigeon, Mahamudra. Clasp the opposite elbows. If you want, you want to take the stretch further, you can do what's called a reverse Namaste. Place your palms together behind you. Now you can hold on to the opposite elbows, exhale, and fold. Mahamudra, grand gesture.